Hello everyone, my name is Stefan, Botanist Cool. Today, we are painting Game Workshop's mini of the month, the Chaos Warrior. If you guys are enjoying my mini painting videos, make sure to like and subscribe. That's the best way to help out, and it is absolutely free, so please and thank you. I'd be extremely grateful. I want to hit 750 by the end of the year, and I think we could do it. Let's get on in to the mini painting. So, we used primarily Citadel colors today, which was pretty cool. I only used one non-Citadel color, which was Fair-Skin by Army Painter. They did a D&D collab. Fair-Skin, I used it for the cape. Otherwise, from Citadel, I used Agrax Earthshade, Lead Belcher, Mephiston Red, Corax White, Rhinox Hide, Steel Legion Drab, and Retributor Armor. Now, I will also be fair, I did use, Shadow Wash from Army Painter as well, but it's just a wash. So, anyways, let's get right on into it all. This is a mini I am extremely proud of, primarily because I did a lot of solid edge highlighting. And more than that, I just did a very solid job with my painting. I was very well detailed. I got everything to look really good, and I'm just kind of proud of how it turned out. So obviously we started with the not the Steel Legion, the Lead Belcher, going throughout all the armor, because 90% of this thing is just pure armor. So I went through all the armor, got the Lead Belcher all over it, nice and easy, right? Then I started using some of the Retributor armor to do the details for the rune on the shield, for the rune on the axe, that kind of stuff. Mephiston Red went to that one little red part on the axe as like leather. I did use the Rhinox Hide for the boots and for the fur on the back. I also used the Rhinox Hide a little later on to kind of dry brush a little bit onto the cape. I use Corax White for the horns, as well as for a lot of my edge highlighting later on in details. And I use the Agrax Earthshade specifically for parts of the chainmail that look dirty. Like, it looked almost like rusted dirty, so I used the Agrax Earthshade to actually make that happen, and it looked pretty darn good. I'm proud of myself. This is, to date, I think my best Warhammer mini, by far. It is well detailed. I am proud of how much detail got in with the edge highlighting. If you take a look at later on, my circle on this, the whole thing, if you take a look at the shield, it's going to have really good edge highlighting around the cracks in the shield, and then also shadow wash inside of it to make it look deep and like it's a big crack. And not only that, same thing with the weapon, same thing with the armor. The only thing I wish I had a little bit more control over at this point was a lot of the color control. So I used a lot of Corax White to do my edge highlighting. However, when it came to the boots, as an example, I used the Fair-Skin to do edge highlighting on the top part of the boot, which is like the Steel Legion Drab part of the boot. And then I used Steel Legion Drab to highlight some of the Rhinox Hide parts. But it does kind of stand out harshly against the Corax White. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be the thing, but it still looks good. It looks good more actually on my looking at it than it does on the photograph, which is weird to me. I feel like I should love how this looked on the photograph more than on my just IRL. So either way, it was fine. The biggest part I also had a problem with was the cape. And specifically getting the layers on the cape, it just felt weird. The brush I was using just felt weird. It felt like it was grinding up against chalk for a little bit, and I hated that feeling. Ooh, God, chalk is just one of those things that just gets... Thinking about chalk sometimes can actually physically hurt me. It's annoying as shit. I hate chalk so much, but basically felt like it was going on chalk, and I had to do several layers of Fair-Skin to make that kind of leathery look to it, or that fallen animal skin look to it, and I finally got it down, which I was really happy with. And then I ended up doing a lot of dry brushing. Well, I actually experimented. I tried doing some glazes at first, and those glazes didn't work. And I'm like, okay, glazes aren't working. I'm still gonna work on glazes in the future, because there's always this really weird watermark halfway through. Let's say I start the glaze halfway through the cape. There's a weird watermark. irks the shit out of me, and I don't know how to get rid of it. So I just decided, you know what, we're gonna dry brush it. So I just dry brushed it first with Steel Legion Drab, then I went with the Rhinoxide to give it that dirty look on the bottom as if it's been dragging through the mud. And I'm really proud of how this guy turned out. I like him. It turned out really well, and I think I did one of the best jobs I've ever done in mini pinning with him. So I'm very, very proud of this little guy. Now the Chaos Warriors, I don't know the lore for, and you guys will soon see me bring it up to the camera and show you all around, but just to tell you what the Lexiconum has to say about them. Chaos Warriors are infantry clad in hell-forged armor and blessed with the power of the Dark Gods, found in many of the slaves to darkness armies. They are banes of civilizations who have cast everything aside in exchange for promised power, divine favor, and an eternity of war. Yeah, that's what they are. I don't know if they're like specifically to like one specific god. Like they're talking about something about different like hordes and the path to glory and all this kind of stuff. And there's the Mark of Crone, there's the Mark of Nurgle, Mark of Slanesh, Mark of Sink, and the Mark of Chaos Undivided. I'm guessing Chaos Warriors can choose one of them, but either way, I don't know what's going on, but hopefully you guys do. And maybe you can tell me down below what's happening with the Chaos Warriors, so that way I can learn a little bit about it, and you can say, I taught Stat something really cool. I do just know that the Chaos Gods are different from like 40k and Age of Sigmar, so I'm just gonna trust it with that. Anyways, guys, I want to say a big thank you for watching this video. I hope y'all are enjoying it. I know I certainly did. Painting has become such a fun hobby for me and extremely enjoyable. If you want to support my channel, liking and subscribing and watching the full video is the best way to do so. Please and thank you. I appreciate any and all support. If you'd like to support more directly, you can of course check out the throne. There's down below. There's going to be some minis there that I want to paint. So yeah. Thank you for hanging out with me today. I hope you had a good one. Y'all stay safe. Stay Botanist Cool, and I will see you soon. Bye, everyone.